Okay, continue higher. There was basically something I think that was said that there was no other more bullish rip 5 days than this rip right here. And I just want to let you know that I think that there's a lot of things going on. So one, you have year end. So isn't it convenient that Japan gave their QE on Friday when we've been talking on this channel about year end all effing week regarding the mutual funds? Okay. Two, next week we're going to see a little bit of fireworks. One, because the mutual funds are now going to be able to, and I don't know if it's T+3 where they could actually start doing stuff. But again, the election is next week as well, November 4th elections, and that's for all the senators and all the other shit. And again, I don't care who you support. I do support and think that anybody should support no money in politics. It's legal bribery, and that's I don't even. It's not left or right. It's legal bribery. If a guy, a right-wing guy wins, fine, but win on your own merit. Whatever. Politics, we don't want to deal with it. But again, this rip really, how do you, I mean, unless you just took this one, maybe this to the upside, wasn't much opportunity to really take. This was a V bottom. I mean, look at that V if you want to say anything. Again, we also talked about the 10% stoppage that they did regarding to stop it from getting to 10%, where a lot of programs would automatically start closing out positions. There's, to me, this is Fed right here. This bar is Fed saying that we're going to stop this thing to that a week before year's end. Okay. Again, we just have to see how this stuff plays out, but I think we're going to have some stuff happening next week to just see if this is continuing to be bullish or if it's just going to, it is what it is. Again, maybe this was your flag to get in if you got in a break above this high. But like I said, this is a very, very fast move. I mean, you have a 10% move in how many days? You got what, from the 16th to, like 2 weeks? It moved up 10%? Okay, it is what it is. Again, you're traded accordingly. This is not to have a bearish bias or to say to go short. You would be an asshole to go short now because you just don't go short without a break of at least a low. Okay, what I mean is you wouldn't go short if you didn't have a break of, let's say, you see how this breaks this low? You would wait for that. You just don't go short on this candle. You say, okay, I'm waiting. You don't just go short saying, okay, I'm going short tomorrow. I don't care at the open. If it doesn't break the low and this is any time frame, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. I'm not saying for you to go short. I'm saying that there's a lot of bearishness and a lot of factors that are layering on top of stuff at a specific time that doesn't make any sense to me. Now, who the hell am I? I'm one lonely trader behind his computer just giving his opinions on YouTube. But to have mutual funds, I think it was 50 years you've never seen a 5-day rip this fast. Okay, so you haven't seen, no, since 1950, excuse me. So you haven't seen a rip like this, a 5-day rip in 65 years, a week before mutual, or the week of mutual funds year end, and Friday, which we've discussed. Okay, Friday actually was year end, and all of a sudden Japan QE comes conveniently the same day. Jolly gee willikers. Wow, what a coincidence. Be cautious. If you're in stuff, fine. If you see a dip you want to buy, fine. Be cautious next week, okay? So we have the QQQ. Again, we have the diamond doing the same thing. Diamond, this to me is almost comical because when you had this rip of this day, which was the 30th, which was Thursday, I mean, it was up, what, 225 points or something like that? Shit was mostly Visa. I mean, so just be cautious of what's going on. And again, the volume, who stepped in and who stepped in to stop the bleeding before it would hit programs. Again, if you took the long here, I'm not a hater. Shit, I'm glad you take it all the way to the bank, but just be cautious now. Don't start foaming at the mouth and saying, oh, you know, a lot of things are going to happen next week, so just be cautious. Okay? IWM. IWM, great move down. Maybe this was probably the only little pullback you got. You got one pullback, one bar pullback, boom. One bar back, 1-2 pullback, boom, to the upside. Fine. This was the only one that actually gave some type of, you know, some type of entries towards things. Okay. Apple continues to go higher. Okay. You have, like we said Visa. We said Visa. This is a huge rip. This was the Dow on Thursday. Okay. You also have MasterCard. Okay. A lot of things. Look at that. I mean, this was it. There's only 30 components, for Christ's sake. So it only takes these two to really see some stuff that's going on. You have LinkedIn. Is that LinkedIn's? I don't know if that's LinkedIn. Hold on. And I think that's LinkedIn right here. Okay, yeah. You have LinkedIn gapping up. Okay. We'll see if that's exhaustion or not. Last time I did it, it could continue. You see how this high volume right here, you look in the past, it could continue to go higher. Okay, just be very careful. Continue at longs. If you're in positions, roll the stop. Protect your profits. Scale some of it out. These elections could be very crazy. I know people that if there's war going on, they will not trade. I know people election time was saying, I'll take off that week. Last time we saw a really big high was when? When did we see a really big, you know, big move? Let's see if we can show it. We had a, look at that. Big move. Around here is when you know, we saw the capitulation down, but we saw a big move. What happened here? This is the monthly chart, by the way, SPY. Let me use a weekly just so we can kind of see, again, elections are not to be effed with. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to 2012. Or was it 8? Yes, 8. Okay, we have 2008, the election. Last time we saw a big high was around here. We saw it come back up to here and then really roll down. What happened? The election. So just be careful. Again, you know, how many legs, how many waves do you see? Just start to look at things, start to be cautious. Again, it could continue to the upside. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying that there should be a bearish tone because of all the layers that I just told you about. QE, Japan, convenient. At the year end of mutual fund year end, you have the election coming, which is correlating. If it's T+3, it should be around November 4th, November 5th. You start seeing some action. I don't know if it's going to be bearish. We don't know what's going to happen, who's going to win. Keep these things in mind. No one who's going to tell you this. They're just going to keep foaming at the mouth. They're going to tell you that, oh, the Dow, we're going to see it going to, you know, 3,000-4,000 more than this before year end. They just go doofy, you know. No one's going to talk about this stuff on CNBC. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy, but God, I don't have a tin hat here. And if I did, it would be pretty stylish. But my thing is that you have to be aware of these things. You have to know these dates. You have to know when mutual funds end year and see all these things that just quote unquote happen to happen at the specific time. Be careful next week trading, okay?